This soldier came to hospital injured. He'd been fighting for the leaders of Burundi's attempted coup. Then, after the coup leaders announced it had failed, doctors say police came here and shot the injured men.
We received 3 patients, and they was here in emergency room. After that moment, we see a group of policemen arrive here, and they began to shoot everywhere, and they began to look for those patients.
Out on the streets, some protesters tried to block the roads after hearing about the coup's failure, but they were quickly dispersed with gunfire. On Wednesday, the military takeover was initially popular among the demonstrators, but since it failed, many now think it's made things worse for them.
This whole coup d'etat is something they came up with by themselves. We don't agree with General Niambare because he came from the same party. They fought together and did a lot of things together, and then he came here trying to talk to people about the demonstrations, things we didn't want to hear about.
But most of the streets in the capital were quiet, with loyalist police and soldiers in control. After the coup attempt, fighters loyal to the president attacked and burned independent TVs and radios. Now, the only radio and TV on air are the state broadcasters controlled by the government. When President Pierre Nkurunziza returned to the capital, his supporters welcomed him. But the activists who've been organising the protests against his bid for a third presidential term say they now fear a ruthless and violent crackdown. Many are in hiding or have fled the country. The government says those involved in the attempted coup will go on trial. Activists are still calling for more protests on Monday against the third term. Burundi's political crisis is far from over. Malcolm Webb, Aljazeera, Bujumbura.